I just wanna thank God I'm a real nigga. You for money, I'm fucking with you. It's always a nigga who said they got problems with me, but I don't even know the nigga. I don't get it, but I know a nigga. We are back with another one. How y'all doing today? As you can see, the setup is a little bit different right now. I got a second monitor. I got a new mic stand. I don't have new vinyls yet. I'm still working on that part, but I want to put vinyls back here. And yeah, let's just get into it, man. Today I want to talk about songs that I'm listening to right now. This is inspired by the great Sean C. No glaze there. I've been watching Sean C since I was like in middle school, bro. And he used to do the series where he would just talk about the songs that he's listening to. And it was a very inconsistent series of his, but when he did it, it was like highly sought after. So I just decided, shoot, years later, he doesn't do it no more. Shit, I might as well do it. I'm sure a lot of people are already doing it. And if you got some songs that you're listening to right now, put them in the comments too. I feel like it's a great place for us to share our music. Also gives me a good opportunity to talk about songs and albums that I'm not reacting to, but I was listening to in my free time. Current, like modern day stuff going on, and show y'all different sides of what I like. And hopefully y'all also do the same because I like being put on as well. So yeah, let's just get into it, bro. Tony Snow dropped the album. And I fucked with it. I did. I didn't react to it. I listened to it while I was like doing chores and shit. And it was pretty good. My favorite song though, right now from there is definitely "Thank God I'm a Real Nigga." That shit feels motivating as hell. Like get money music type shit. You feel me? Like people like him, people like Veeze, people like Lil Tony. They really got that get money type of feel to their music. Yeah, I think he's one of the ones that does it the best, honestly, because of the way he like attacks the beat. Like it's so rapid sometimes, but it's also so player at the same time. It's just tough. Someone else also dropped an album.
Conductor.
I'm not talking about
Conducting. Come on, man. Your inside's dying. Yeah, man. That West Side album was pretty good, bro. It was pretty good. I'm somebody that's been listening to West Side since the pandemic, honestly, since quarantine. I've always heard his name, but that's when I really dove into his music. Honestly, after like probably a year or two into his listening, I just stopped like going back, keeping myself updated with this shit. It's too much. It's too much. But there's always some quality in there. No matter what project, you're gonna find some quality. So this one, I think it's called Heel Cena, or something like that. I loved Mandela up there, loved the Mirror Kitchen, but my favorite one for sure, some bias to it, is Blow Hendry. I already talked about Blow Hendry on the TikTok, but like that mic performance, man, says some of the most relatable, bone chilling stuff. But that's what Mike always does when you think about it, man. Y'all should check out the West Side Gun album if you haven't. It is the usual. I'm not gonna say he reinvented the wheel or changed up his style at all like that, but like if you like that kind of stuff, you're gonna like the album. It's just he does what he always does. So yeah, man. Shout out to West Side Gun. Shout out to Griselda. All right, Chance the Rapper. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on albums that I reacted to because you want my full opinion. They're on the channel, but there are some here that I reacted to. People who really know me in real life know I was a diehard Chance the Rapper fan in like his prime when he was winning those Grammys for Coloring Book. Even beforehand, I just really enjoyed him. Then you all know what happened with the big day, but with this album, the Starline Gallery album, or Starline album I should say, it was pretty good. I'm not mad at it. It had a lot of singy performances that didn't need to be there in my opinion. It had a lot of filler within some of the track listing, but honestly, it's some of his best writing and rapping in a while. Favorite tracks though is definitely the Star Side intro and No More Old Men. No More Old Men. No More Old Men has such an intimate sound to it. Has such a great narrative speaking to like the younger generation of like why it is the way it is within the men of certain communities because of the older men not being there, whether they're gone from mass incarceration, gone from untimely deaths through, whether that be gun violence, things of that nature. And I feel like it's a really good talking point that should be highlighted more nowadays because honestly, we've kind of gotten away from it. And I talked about it in the album reaction. We've gotten away from talking about the trials and tribulations of underdeveloped communities or low opportunity communities, specifically within Black communities, and I really respect how Black Chance the Rapper wanted to be on this. I respect it. I love it. He's even doing shit with the Grits and Net podcast with Deontay Kyle. If you don't know who that is, you've probably seen him before. Real blackity type of podcaster, and I respect the hell out of it. Even though if I don't agree with loving every single track off here, like, it sounds like a lot of these podcasters do, I still do appreciate the quality of it because this is somewhat of a return to form when you think about it. So shout out to Chance the Rapper. Keep going. Starside intro, No More Old Men, my two favorites. Definitely do like other songs out there though. I like the one with Jay Electronica. I like the outro. Just my favorites though. Definitely Starside intro and No More Old Men. Next up, another album that came out that I already reacted to, but this one is to the deluxe that I did not react to, and that is Travis Scott. Him and the Jack Boys, they did their thing. They put out a pretty decent project to me. I don't see what all the hate is about. I think it's like become a cool thing to hate on the entity that is Travis Scott because of many factors. Him not having an identity, him not giving you much information in his music, him having the same sounding type of features and really poor singles. But one thing we all know he's gonna do, and I know I look a little biased with this in the background, but shoot, one thing we always know he's gonna do is provide quality within his projects. He doesn't give his best quality on the collab tapes, but when you get that little bit of solo Travis on it, you get excited for his next drop because that's how good they be. And this one right here, face my fears. On Don, I swear you had no idea. Like, I love that song. What's crazy about it is it does feel like some kind of AI assisted him. And not because of the quality of it, but because of the approach to it. It sounds like a vintage Travis Scott. Kai Mafia Thon has been going on. I don't know if y'all been watching it, but he's been having the freestyles and shit like that. And I've been fucking with him. I think it's been showcasing a lot of good talent, especially dudes like Marco Plus, dudes like Chris Patrick I seen. Of course, T Grizzly, even Jim Jones was just on there. Shout out to Jim Jones and to the OGs. But my favorite one, personally, is definitely the Veeze one. And honestly, it was just him performing the song that he dropped either right before or right after, called Lope, lamest of all time. I love it. Veeze is one of those people that you either get it or you don't get it. It's not for everybody, but once you get acclimated to his sound, you kind of can't get enough of it. And it is ridiculous how long it's been since Ganger. I've never seen a person be able to ride the wave and the momentum of one single like project for this long. Because honestly, he did have projects before that with like the Wavy Navy stuff and things like that. But like Ganger really put him in a whole new caliber, man. And since then, he hasn't dropped a project since, but he's been doing just enough features, been doing just enough singles, been doing just enough within the press, which is really just, being on streams and stuff like that or being on social media. That's like the new press. He's been doing just enough of that to stay relevant, but also his music just lasts long. Like it ages very, very well if you like that style of music. Went to the club to get some food, blew like 10 bands. Ain't that hard to choose a side, ain't y'all niggas friends. Every day, tomorrow I'ma try again. Yeah, he definitely not for everybody, but to open up the song by saying ain't that hard to choose a side, I ain't y'all niggas friends. I love that shit, personally. Another single I've been fucking with heavily is this song called Demise by Lil Tony and D-Ski. I don't know who D-Ski is, but I like this part of it. Demise is a great replayable track. I don't know how I haven't got tapped into it earlier. It sounds very mature from a young dude. And Lil Tony and Lil Dill both have songs like that. They have a song together called Wouldn't Believe It that I fuck with too. If you don't listen to Lil Tony, listen to him. He's got some good shit. It's not the most like introspective shit, but it'd be some shit like you're like, okay, I'll fuck with this. Trials and tribulation, part of the game. Thanking the Lord, I be blessed in disguise. How the hell you gonna get to the moon if you wish upon star but don't shoot for the sky? We never got silver spoon, my buddy just got out from working the knife. I've been at a war with myself, this shit hard. I still can't tell if he said we never had silver spoon, my brother just got out from working the knife or working the night. Because if he did knife to play off a silver spoon, that's fire. But if he did work in the night, that also makes sense because he did a night shift because he didn't have a silver spoon. Either way, great song. Hey, yo, Pierre, do you want to come out here? Pierre Bourne is one of my favorite artists. One of my most replayed artists ever. If you haven't watched my reaction to his Made in Paris project, you should watch it. Very fun reaction. I loved a lot of songs off of there. Just Being Honest, however, is definitely my most replayed right now. It's that hook, man. I'd say since about 2018 to 2019, having someone that was designated and specialized in hooks kind of like took a huge decrease. Like I remember when Quavo was one of the signature hookmen of the hip hop landscape. I remember when Travis Scott even was one of those ones, and when they collabed for the Huncho Jack tape, how people weren't sure how it was gonna work when they're both two hookmen, but we all knew that it'd have some kind of quality. There's a lot of that that's kind of been like diminishing, where people don't seem to really take their time and effort on hooks. But for some reason, when Pierre Bourne does it for me sonically, it's very enjoyable. Just Being Honest, one of my favorite hooks, one of my most replayed songs of this year already. Songs like Retreat is amazing. Songs like Tempest, Classe, I think is how you pronounce it. There's a lot of good songs off that album, man. Honestly, Made in Paris was a huge 360 from what I, no, not 360, 180 from what I thought it was gonna be. Another album that I reacted to that I love, I think it's one of my favorite reactions I ever did. This is definitely one of my favorite reactions, and that's the Earlsweatshirt album, Live, Laugh, Love. I have replayed that album front to back probably in the double digits now because it's such a short, concise listen. It fits with your drive to work, it fits with your drive anywhere. Super emotionally dense and charged, and I feel like I pick something new every single time I listen to it. I did a TikTok about the song Exhaust and how it feels listening to Exhaust when you know Earl's past within his music and how he talks about himself and his mindset within his music. And the evolution you see is just it's amazing. It's amazing. So Exhaust is definitely my favorite off the album, but I love song like Static with that beat and the punchline at the end. um, Niggas click copping. I ain't left a brow. It didn't shock me. Oh my gosh, amazing. Songs like Tourmaline. I did a TikTok about that too. I think Tourmaline is one of his most comforting songs I've ever heard from him because some of his shit, most of his shit actually has quite dark subject matter, but Tourmaline is definitely something that really felt like a hug that I kept saying. So when you hear him go from some rap songs in what was that, like 2018 or was it 2019, to hear him go from that to this, because some rap songs was really good, but for a whole different point of view mind wise. I'm glad to get this. I don't know if I know about this, man, but J.Cole Premeditated Murder, bro. Which album was this? Friday Night Lights? Well, mixtape, I should say. Am I changing right before your eyes? Becoming something you don't recognize. I wish I was disguised. I'm on that shit as if I was the flies. Levitated further. Knew I would kill that game, premeditated murder. If you ever seen what I seen, no, it can't get no better from me. No, it can't get no better from me. Yeah, that was the first song I ever heard from this from that mixtape. I found it on YouTube when I was in sixth grade. I remember listening to it on the plane. I remember listening to it everywhere, but that was like my most memorable listening experience when I had my wired earbuds. It was a great time in life. It was during summer vacation too. That was one of the first songs to really make me think like, damn, this is one of my favorite rappers right now. I think it's got one of its best hooks. Our Friday Night Lights era of J. Cole was something different from what people keep telling me. I wasn't really conscious while it was like a thing because as you could see, I was really young when it probably came out. Let me see what year this came out. 2010. This came out in 2010. I wasn't even in middle school yet when this came out. Damn. Great song though. One of his best hooks. There's been one line that's been nagging at my head for like the past week. This feeling is unmatched. Why do I keep hearing this line in my head? And I realize it's from the Kendrick Lamar song off of To Pimp a Butterfly Mama. I love this song. This has been in my head all week. Comparing that sloppy to a Chevy in quicksand is quite diabolical depictions, my friend.
This feeling is unmatched. This feeling is brought to you by adrenaline and good rap. Black Pendleton, bar cap. We don't share the same synonym. Fall back.
It's such a chill, such a relaxing kind of song. And then the last portion is probably my favorite moment of the entire album. I've been looking for you my whole life, an appetite for the feeling I can't really describe. Where you reside, is it in a woman, isn't it money and mankind? Tell me something, got me losing my mind. That part, if you ever listen to Pimp a Butterfly, and I know there's gonna be a few people in here that are watching this that haven't listened to it, please listen to it because you'll be surprised how many people have not heard that album still. You will be surprised.
What is this? Numbers in your pocket. I remember when you
to throw those things away. I've been on some R&B shit lately every now and then. Well, not even lately. I'll always be on some R&B shit here and there. But man, it's over now. I wasn't even really familiar with this song like that. Oh, I wasn't even familiar with this song like that before. But like, bro, it's an amazing song. There's that one nigga in 112 that low-key sound like Michael Jackson a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I really like that dude. I don't know which one it is. I don't know their names, but he's excellent. You know what I'm saying? We all know our songs like Cupid and The Only You. Is it Only You or Only One? The one with Biggie on the remix. That one, those are two great songs by them, but I don't hear people talk about It's Over Now like that. And it's a big song too. Another R&B song that I've been rinsing heavily lately is My All by Mariah Carey. The big reason is because TikTok, I cannot lie. I already knew the song beforehand, of course, but like when you consistently keep hearing the rise and tension of the bridge while you're scrolling through TikTok and they have like an NBA edit to it or something like that, or like a meme to it, it makes you just be like, damn, I might as well just go listen to the song. That's exactly what I did. And now it's probably one of my most re-listened to songs of the past like month or so. People don't talk about Swappa like they was last year when he was on Max's stream. Shout out PBM. But Swappa dropped the song Irving like months ago, and I've been rinsing the fuck out of Irving. But he also dropped two other songs after Irving. One of them titled Steve Kerr, and I cannot stop playing Steve Kerr. That shit is hard to me. Double that. I don't even care about her. I'm trying to get hot. Hang up now. She like, oh my god, little shawty be quiet. Motherfucking man. Even off his little mixtape or whatever he dropped last year, the project, he has some songs like this one called Aretha. 5G, when he hops on that unrelenting flow, when he hops into that energetic, like that almost slightly aggressive kind of bag, I really enjoy it. Steve Kerr's is a really fun, replayable song. If you're into the underground shit and you don't know Swappa, I would be really surprised. But I think this is a good song to get you into it. Yesterday was the anniversary of Lucki's Flawless Like Me album. I think it's been, what, 3 years? Flawless Like Me is one of the albums that has grown on me so much from my initial listen. It's crazy. I didn't fuck with Flawless Like Me like that when it first came out. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm scared to even say this publicly. I'm scared to get crucified because I really fuck with Lucki heavy. But when I first listened to it, I really was enjoying like the first few songs. But then as time was progressing during my first listen, I was like, damn, this shit sound like a bunch of nothing. I can't fuck with this. I don't know what's going on. Why am I not liking this as much as I thought I would? Because I was getting like really acclimated to his sound before, and I was fucking with a lot of his older shit. But somewhere within like that second year of listening, I want to say, after he dropped Sex Money Drugs, it made me go back to Flawless Like Me, and then I was like, damn, this genuinely has some of his best songs like of his modern day career. Like genuinely. Gemini, I loved it off initial listen. Sex Money Drugs, I kind of was like, okay, I was iffy in between at first, and then it grew on me more. Flawless Like Me, songs like Made My Day, initially loved it. Songs like DNA, of course. I'm on drugs just like my auntie. I bet the truck to the IE. She told her she from LA. What? Songs like DNA. Songs like White House with Babyface Ray. 13? Coincidence? Oh my gosh. There's so many songs I could talk about. So many songs that are super beloved by his community. But I feel like one of the most slept on ones though. One of the most slept on ones off this album, and this is what I'm gonna end it with, is this one.
You don't want shit to change as much as me.
I noticed that about you. In the drink, they can't help but anger. So that I really had right through the city. It really be having me knowing this. Hoping to kill me too high in LA. She crying, she want me to stay.
This probably kill me, getting light in my face.
You don't want shit to change as much as me. I noticed that about you. I noticed that. I love the sentiment of the song. That one pocket he just caught, that flow he just caught before, I never really heard him do that kind of thing like that for that long, you know? Like, you know, Flawless Like Me is an amazing album, straight like that. And I think that's one of the ones that deserves a lot more love. Also, On Point. On Point deserves more love too. Super Eurus and Why Not are bonuses that we all love, of course. Happy anniversary to this album. Y'all make sure y'all listen to it if you haven't. If you're into that type of rap. If you're not, then I don't know if this is the best place to start for Lucki. I don't know, but damn. Man, appreciate y'all for watching this long yap session type video with the songs that I've been listening to. Who are some people, some songs, some albums that you're listening to right now? It doesn't have to be the newest stuff. It could be some shit from back in the day too. Yeah, please like, please comment, please subscribe. Airwave Neo all platforms, airwave.neo on Instagram. As you can see, I got the little overlay, you feel me, you know. I'll make my shit look a little bit more official. You know, I'm still getting it out the mud, but it's just a little flavor there. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for real. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Make sure to drink water. I'm a little sick right now, so if I sound a little raspy, that's why. Oh shoot.